On today's video, we're going to be throwing 10-inch worms for monster pond bass. Here we go, on the worm. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go, we got him. We got him. Get up here. Yes, there we go. What's poppin', peeps? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm so glad that you guys could join me on this week's fishing send. In today's video, we are going to be throwing around some big ol' worms. We're gonna be hopefully catching some big ol' bass too in the process. Specifically, we're gonna be throwing around the Yum Mighty Worm. Now this bait comes in a 10.5-inch size, and I'm gonna be throwing a bait that's 10.5 inches today. Yes, you heard that right. Now that is a huge bait to be throwing, but it's a very good way to catch some big fish. I was actually at this spot last week and I caught a pretty nice one on the Yum Mighty Worm. I'll pop up a picture right here. And yeah, this bait gets you bites, and it gets you bites from big fish too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fish slowly today. We're gonna fish very slow today. It's a very slow and tedious way to be fishing, but it can pay off and it can give you some absolutely monstrous bites. So that's what we're hoping for today, and I hope you guys stick around and stay tuned and enjoy this video. Let's get to chucking and winding the big ol' Yum Mighty Worm. I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, I got a reaction. Hold on. This could happen. This could happen. There's two bass on a bed right here that I think one of them might eat the worm. Here we go. On the worm. There we go. Thank you. Really skinny though, but on the big worm. That's not a bad one at all. Big worm, bass on a bed. Just when you think that there's post spawn, you get fish like this. Go ahead, set him back. Oh, he's peeing. My bad, buddy. He's peeing. We're gonna go ahead, set him back, right back to his bed, and there he goes. Well, guys, I'm sorry for the lack of dialogue on that fish catch. I was trying to keep my voice down because there were people outside in their backyards doing stuff, and I didn't really want to be a disturbance, but that is the first fish of the day, and that fish was on the Mighty Worm. That's the first fish of the day on the 10.5-inch worm. Great start. You know, I honestly didn't think that we would catch fish that small, and that fish was not small by any means. It was probably about a 2-pounder, but I was thinking today was going to be a day where you get maybe 2 or 3 bites, but those bites that you get are going to be like from 3.5+ pounders. That fish was probably about 2 pounds, like I said. And those 2 fish actually were on a bed. There were 2 fish on a bed, and they've come back and they're still on the bed. I see them right now. And just when you think that these fish are done spawning and it's getting too late in the year for these fish to move up shallow, you see fish on beds like that. So we have not fished much of this pond at all. There's still so much water to cover, and it's gonna take a long time to cover water with this bait. This way of fishing, like I said in today's intro, is super slow. It can be very tedious, but it can get you bites, and it can get you some mega bites at that. And the color worm that I'm throwing today is June bug. I'm throwing a June bug Mighty Worm on a Texas rig. Now this water is very stained. I would go as far to say that it's almost like chocolate milk. And this kind of dark presentation, it really sticks out in the dark water. I know that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Dark and dark, how does that stick out? It does, it does. Throwing a June bug color is kind of like a dark purple with some blue flakes. Am I the dumbest human on earth? Like I was saying before, I did one of the dumbest things in the history of mankind. I'm throwing a June bug Mighty Worm today. That color kind of really sticks out in this chocolate milk water. Really stands out, and these fish are able to pick up on it and key in on this bait. And hopefully that's what they do today. I mean, that first one on the bed was ticked. We got him to eat pretty quick. Hopefully we see a couple more just like that fish up shallow on beds that are locked and loaded and ready to go and ready to absolutely crush the mighty worm, because catching fish on a big old bait like this, a big worm, is such a rewarding feeling, because it's not something I do very often. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. Hopefully we don't break off again on a cast, much less a fish. And let's get to it. Do it to it. Oh, there's another one on a bed, guys, about the same size as the first one we caught, maybe a little bit smaller. And at first he was making pretty long circles, like he'd swim away from his bed, he wouldn't come back for a while. Now he's coming back like pretty fast every time, and he's like starting to pay my worm some interest now. Oh yeah, we got him to look down. I'm kind of hiding up here from him so he doesn't really see me as easy. I'm just gonna have to give this fish a little bit of time, but he could eat. And if we get this fish to eat, that would be huge too. Oh, he just nipped the tail of the worm. I think getting the hook in his mouth is gonna be the hardest part, because this worm is so big. There's so much area. Yeah, he's mad, dude. He's mad. Yeah, he definitely is angry at this worm. He's going after it pretty much every time now. I know you want to eat it. I know you want the worm. Look at me, I'm a little worm. I'm gonna eat all your eggs. That's my worm saying all this. In actuality, it's just a piece of plastic, but he doesn't know that. Oh, he went after it. He went after it. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. We got him. We got him. Get up here. Yes, there we go. Oh, we finally got him. Chill out, buddy. Chill out, buddy. Chill out, buddy. There we go. That's not a terrible fish. There's the fish. There's the worm. Like I said, he stole my tail earlier. So it's more of like a little TRD finesse Ned rig in a way. But there we go. That's fish number 2 of the day on the big old freaking worm. We're gonna go ahead and set him right back. We're not gonna keep him out of the water. Send him right back to his bed. I've been saying this all season. It's super important to return fish right to where you caught them when they're spawning. Go ahead and get this thing off of him. But you can also see right here, he's got a little bit of a bloody tail. That means that this fish is fanning, making a bed, and the female hadn't actually come in and laid the eggs yet. They're still getting ready. So this fish, I don't know, bloody tail, that's what you want to see this time of year, obviously. But we're gonna go ahead, send him right back. Peace. Take care. Go make some babies. Well, there we go. There's fish number 2 on the Yum Mighty Worm, the 10.5-inch worm that ended up being more of like a, I don't know, a 5-inch worm, because that fish stole my tail. He picked it up by the tail, took it off. I thought he had the hook in his mouth, so I set the hook and the tail just came right off. But I'm seeing a lot of fish busting up shallow, and it's super tempting to not throw a topwater right now. Like, I really want to throw a topwater. We got to stay true to the mission. We got to stay true to the big worm mission, because like I've been saying, we can get some big bites on worms this time of year. But that's fish number 2 again. Another pretty solid fish, not an absolute giant, obviously. Probably 1 3/4 pounds to 2 1/4, somewhere in there. Decent fish for sure. But we finally got that fish to eat. I've been fishing for that fish for probably 30 minutes. Was it worth it? Yes, actually it was. Even though he was only about 2 pounds, it was still most definitely worth it. But we're gonna go ahead and keep throwing around the worm, the mighty worm. Hopefully, maybe we can connect with one 3 times that size. That sounds fair, right? A 6-pounder, let's do it. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's pick up the worm again, fish a little bit of this pond, and if we don't catch anything out of this pond anymore, I got some other spots that we can try. So stay tuned, and who knows, like I've been saying, throughout this video. The mighty worm might catch us some mighty bass, so stay tuned and find out if we cross paths with an absolute behemoth. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I just broke off. No, 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 I just broke off. I just broke off. Again, how did I do it again, bro? My line is so frayed. That was a big fish. That was him, dude. That was him. That was the one bite that I've been looking for hours, and I sold. Well guys, I'm gonna be honest, it has been nothing short of a grind today. I've been at this spot, I've been in this area for probably 4-ish hours, and those are the only 3 bites we got today. The bites that you guys saw, that's it. Unfortunately, we did break off on that one. I do not even want to know how big that fish is or was. I'm sure it was pretty dang good. I'm sure it had some size to it, but didn't see it. I guess that's a positive. If I did see that fish, I would for sure be more upset than I am. I'm already a little upset, but yeah, that sucks. That sucks for sure. I'm sorry that this is a shorter video than you guys are used to seeing. It's just getting really windy. It's about to rain. A bunch of clouds are moving through. And I don't know, it's getting cold too, and obviously I am not dressed for cold weather at the moment. But yeah, I mean, we did catch 2 fish, so that is a positive. That break-off's gonna haunt me though for a while. It's gonna haunt me for a while for sure. Just gonna go ahead and wrap things up real quick. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, I would appreciate if you went down, left a big old thumbs up, left a like for your boy. Really means a lot, helps out the channel more than you know. But yeah, guys, that's really all I got to say. Today was a grind. It wasn't easy. Throwing big baits like that, you're gonna get less bites. But the bites that you get are gonna be quality bites. And the bites that we got were quality bites. I mean, the 2 fish that we caught, I'm never gonna complain about that size. Those size of the fish that we caught, never gonna complain about that. What I will complain about is either my bad knot tying or my bad line, my frayed line rather. All mistakes that could have been prevented today. But one more time, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and stay tuned for next week, and I'll see you guys on the channel again. Peace.